Hey guys, in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can move emails from Gmail automatically over to a folder. So at the moment, when an email comes through to our email account, then it just comes over to this generic inbox at the top here. But what we can do is we can actually change this so it gets sent to a specific folder. Now, inside of Gmail, it's not actually called folders, it's called labels. So what we're first going to do is just create a label, otherwise known as a folder. So in order to create a new folder or a new label, then what we need to do is come over to the left here, and you'll see this option at the bottom for create new label. So just go ahead and select that, and we're now going to give our folder a name. So for this example, I'll just be calling it my folder. And if you wanted to create a subfolder as well, you could do that by just selecting nest label under, and then we can have folders within our folders. For this one, I just want a single folder, so I'm going to get rid of this checkbox and go ahead and select create. So now if we scroll all the way down on this left-hand side, you can see down here next to labels, we now have on my folder. Now the first thing we can do is manually just select the emails that we want moving. And once you have your email checked, we can come over to these three vertical dots, click on label as, and then we can select the folder that we want this sent to. So for example, my folder over here, and I'm going to uncheck this updates folder as we don't need it in here. Then go ahead and click apply. And now as you can see, this email has been labeled as my folder. If I come over to the My Folder tab, you can see we now have this email inside of here. But what about if we wanted emails to skip the inbox over here and get sent straight automatically to this folder? Well, how we would do that is you'd first need to select the email that we want automatically moved over to this folder here. Select the three vertical dots and then select filter messages like these. Now this is just basically a way inside of Gmail to create a rule for this particular email. For example, at the top here, this is the sender that we'll be receiving the email from. So any emails from this email address here, contact@motioninvest.com, these are all of the emails that are now going to be sent over to this folder. You can also add some more filters down here. You can filter things by the subject name or contain certain words. There's a bunch of different filters that you can play around with. Then we need to go ahead and select create filter. So once again, we have a bunch of options that we can select inside of him. So if you want this email to skip the inbox entirely and go straight to the my folder and have no reference of it whatsoever in the main inbox, then you'll need to go ahead and select this skip inbox swap. We also need to come down and select apply the label and then select your folder. So for my example, I'll be using my folder. Now by applying both of these checkboxes, what's going to happen is it's going to skip entirely going to the main inbox, and it's going to go directly to this my folder. Now if we uncheck skip the inbox, then what's going to happen is there will still be a reference of the email in the main inbox, and it would also be sent to the my folder as well. So it really depends on personal preference whether you want the reference inside of your main inbox or not. I'm just going to go ahead and select skip the inbox, and we can also select this option right at the bottom here. Also apply this filter to matching conversations. So any previous email correspondence you've had with this email address will also get moved over to the my folder. And once we finish inside of here, we can go ahead and press create filter. Then you'll just need to give that a few seconds to complete. You can see that now all of these emails get sent over to my folder. And because we've removed them from the inbox, that automatically be taken out of here as well. And if you did want to manage this in the future and either delete or add new rules, then what we can do is come over to this settings icon in the top right here. Click on see all settings, come over to filters and blocked addresses. Then as you can see, we have our filter at the top here, and we can edit this and change some settings inside of him. Or you can just go ahead and delete this rule altogether if you want. And also we can create new filters inside of him. And it's as simple as that, guys. That's how you automatically move emails over to a folder inside of Gmail. If this video did help you, then please consider dropping a like and subscribing. Until next time.